Good morning to you. Today is Palm Sunday. And in a sense, as we think of Palm Sunday, we think it's a story of two parades. One with the joyful shouts of Hosanna, and a few days later, the chilling sounds of Crucify. For those who watched the first one, it was a day of high hopes. But these hopes were short-sighted. Some felt they were on the verge of something great and wonderful, but Jesus knew differently. I wonder if I'm way off the mark when I say that the forces that put Jesus to death nearly 2,000 years ago are still with us today. The religious intolerance, the disparity between rich and poor, the political experience of those, and we know them, who make decisions for their own good rather than the good of all. Mob rule, it's all there. Palm Sunday was the prelude to Calvary, and the whole story touches us in so many ways. How fickle people can be. You expect your enemies to betray you, but not your best friend. It happens. Friends betray friends, just as Judas betrayed Jesus. I often wonder how he must have felt that way, Jesus, when the people shouted Hosanna and the children waved palm branches. How did he feel? It would be enough to turn anybody's head, wouldn't it? Anyone except Jesus, for he was the humblest man that ever lived. Watch him hug the leper, the blind man, the outcast. See him cradle little children in his arms. Look as he washes the disciples' feet. It was a donkey he rode in, not some fancy Arab stallion. Or in short, it was a Ford rather than a Rolls Royce. Within a week, however, he was to wear an entirely different crown. Though he was welcomed into Jerusalem, the holy men were already formulating their plans. Judas was having strange thoughts. The crowds were beginning to change their opinion. What a story it is. What drama was crammed into 7 or 8 days. A great message, squeezed into a short space of time. But what does it mean for you and me today? I wonder if the tragedy of Judas's life is not so much that he betrayed Jesus. The tragedy is that he thought the situation was so bad he had to take his own life. That was the only way out. But it was not, if he had only known. There's a lovely wee story about the end of the world. It's in heaven, and they're all celebrating and dancing and singing and hugging everyone except Jesus. He's standing sadly at the gates to heaven, and he's looking out. Why are you not joining in? He answers, I'm waiting for Judas. Of course, Judas never joined the party. I know it's just a legend that he's still waiting for Judas, but is he waiting for us? His forgiveness was available for Judas, just as it's available for you and for me. On Good Friday, we will probably sing, Were You There When They Crucified My Lord? And we probably were, hiding in the crowd. But then, with joy on Easter Day, we can say and we can believe, the Lord is risen, and he's risen indeed. God bless you, and thank you for joining me.